excited because we're going to be exploring more of the Killarney National Park. Doing a lot of hiking, I'm predicting today. We wanted to stop to get a few maps because we love maps.
Yes, we do.
Regina's got a little pocket over there, a little stash and stuff. But it was great. We got to the place. I was parking and I told Regina, go to the green building and I'll meet you there. And she went and she said it's closed.
It's locked.
But there's a mob and the building, and so we took a picture and we were standing out front, and all of a sudden a lady came up and she said, can I help you? And
Very
we were like,
sweet.
oh.
Irishly.
But it just turns out that this trip, we tend to have a door problem.
I tend to have a door.
Well, I'll share in this too, okay? But Regina, she said it was locked, and so we were talking to this lady, and all of a sudden while this lady's talking to us, I see people walking into the building, and I was like, something's wrong here. So but anyways, to say all that, I'm glad that she thought it was locked, because this lady did stop and she was kind and we had laughs and jokes, and she was saying that's one of the Irish problem is they don't do well with directions and markings, because she was telling us where to hike and I was like, yeah, I've done this before, but nothing's marked. And so I just kind of wanted a map to give us like a general idea, and she's like, yeah, we are known to be bad in that way. But anyways, we have our maps and we are headed to the park.
Oh, and we got in. We got in.
Oh yes, we did get in after
I
we
just
talked
don't know
with
how
her.
to open a door. I can do many things, but opening doors is too hard. Too much.
Good Irish breakfast this morning. Loaded up on maps. Starting off the bottom of the Torque Falls, and we're going to take about a 35-40 minute hike up this hill. I don't know what you call it, a mountain, but yep. Everything is green. Everything. It's a bit mysterious-like, but I love it. Green is good. We are climbing the cardiac steps. It's the second time for me. Still, it's exhausting, but now I know the name. I'm learning all the names of these places I've been to before. It's great. Maps are key, yes. Exactly. This is one of my favorite spots to sneak down to and get some photos of. Boat race going on out here. I'm not sure which one's gonna win, with or without the motor. Looks like there's one out there that's stuck with the motor. Well, I'm just in love with this. Regina, she wants a picture. Is she gonna hug the tree? Regina has been eaten by a tree. Sorry, Mama Russell. I tried to bring her back home, but she got eaten by a tree. It is your tree. You're gonna have to cut some of the tree to make the house, though. Where? weather, and we actually got a chance to go all the way around the lake in the Killarney National Forest. It was at least a 4-hour hike all the way around, but it was really nice. It was fun. Of course, my foot started hurting. Like the last half hour, it had like pain in it. I was just like, we have to go up a mountain now. It was like flat up to that point, but we made it through. Got to the car, had some sandwiches that we meant to pack to eat on our hike, but we planned to do half of the hike, which would take us back to the car, eat, and then do the other half. But it ended up, we were like, oh, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. And so we ended up doing the whole thing without eating. So we got to the car very hungry, but we ate. Then I took her up to a peak point, ladies view on the Ring of Kerry, and I'm driving her down. So stopping at each point that has like a stop and park area so she can take some nice photos by the water and the mountains and aerial view. So that's where we at. Don't have anything else planned thus far, but the bed and breakfast we found out that we're staying at actually is a pizzeria, and I've been having a craving for pizza. So the plan potentially is to get some pizza and maybe watch an Irish movie, something on the TV if there's anything that we like. But that's the plan, and let's see how it goes. Guys, we are officially on vacation. We are at the beach, and I'm going to take my shoes off and put my feet into the water. Regina thinks I'm crazy, but it's so sad to get this far and not put my feet in. So whether it's cold or not, here I go. She's crazy. Crazy, wonderful. Is that? So Regina really wants to show off her shells that she got at the beach today. So we're going to show you Regina's shells that she got at the
This
beach.
is only half the collection. I had to leave the majority of it on the beach. So, well, the majority. So this is less than half the collection.
Yes.
You know, wealthy people did this. They sold off. This is what I learned at Killarney Castle.
Okay.
They sold off the very expensive things to fund, you know, other things like life. So, my sacrifice for a living.
So this is how she's paying for her vacation.
Yes, this is. These are my precious shells that will live with me in Pennsylvania.
She's
I have a
selling
jar.
them.
No.
10 euros. 10 euros.
These-
Don't you need money to pay
These
for
are
this
mine.
trip?
These are mine.
Okay.
And they are precious and they are beautiful and they are Irish. They are Irish shells, which is hard to say. Anyway,
I'll sell them for 10 euros.
I have
a
a lot of
piece.
sand in my
I was the one, mind you, she ran off and did her own thing, and I
What else
protected the
is
shells, okay? So
She
mind
did.
you.
She guarded them well.
I did.
Put them in a bin.
I did.
Oh, look, there was another one underneath. Oh, it was a bonus one. It was hiding.
My favorite part, though, was at the end of the day. We were like 20 minutes from our B&B, and we had lights, and Regina discovered we've been driving by the beach all the time because it's been night when we've driven back, so it's been dark. But we visited the beach, and of course she got her shells, and I was able to put my feet into the ocean, which was nice and not cold. But for some reason, Regina wouldn't come into the water. No. It's an ocean. It can't get that cold. It's huge. It's a huge body of water. It would take a lot, and it's been 50 for the last week and a half, so it wasn't.
We also did some more driving on the Ring of Kerry, in between the beach and the hiking. Oh, and we saw a waterfall. Did we mention the waterfall?
The Torque Waterfalls, which is
Everything was good.
yeah. But
I met this really nice girl from Mexico.
yes,
From Mexico City. She lives in Dublin. Shout out to you, random girl. Took my picture for me. Thank you very much.
oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yes, I took her picture. She took mine. There was this bonding moment.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
I also bonded with some women in the bathroom. Like,
This is why I can't leave her alone for too long.
I do like to talk to strangers.
But she gave us some good advice for when we are going to Dublin tomorrow and what to see.
Yes.
And looking forward to that.